Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about just how that Xbox showcase literally proves that PlayStation thinks their fans are stupid. Like, they literally think their fans are stupid. I've been a PlayStation fan for a very long time. I've bought a lot of PlayStation stuff. I still buy a lot of PlayStation stuff, and I keep it's like being a crackhead. You just keep fiending for that first initial hit. And it never happens again. It's like like it just never happens again. So when you get to a point where you have spent everything that you make on PlayStation games, on those $70 games, man. Once you get to the point where you have just dumped tons of money into the same stuff over and over and over again, telling yourself, oh yeah, it's quality, man. This is the quality. This is the best quality I've ever seen. Quality. I literally have people in my freaking comment section telling me that Forza, that Gran Turismo looks better than Forza, and I'm like, are you serious? They're trying to tell me that I need a steering wheel set up on the PlayStation so that I can play Gran Turismo on the PlayStation with the steering wheel, so I know how great it is. And I'm like, dude, I guarantee it's nowhere near as close as good as freaking Assetto Corsa Competizione on the PC with a steering wheel. It is incredible. See, like this guy right here, Jeremy Russell jumps in. He's like, Starfield. He's like No Man's Sky. No, Jeremy Russell. Starfield is different than No Man's Sky. It takes a lot of the stuff that you can do in No Man's Sky, which is awesome, and then puts an actual freaking RPG story in there to where let's put it this way. No Man's Sky is a freaking amazing game. It's an amazing game, but it's a survival game. It's a survival game. You don't really have anything to go and do except for what you go and do. Like, I've played No Man's Sky a lot, and like I usually get to a point and I'm just like, man, I just don't care about, like, what am I supposed to do? There's like nothing to do. There's like nothing to, like, it's one of those games where you have to like literally be in the mindset to go out there and like build whatever you want. Like, just go out there and build whatever you want. Where Starfield is going to be a catered freaking RPG experience that's going to give you enough story to keep you engaged, longer than just, go to a freaking planet and decide if you're going to colonize it or do whatever you're going to do. No, man, like there's an actual freaking story to give you hints, or to give you a purpose other than just any purpose that you want to build for that game. And I'm not saying that No Man's Sky is bad by any means. No Man's Sky is freaking incredible. But what freaking Bethesda offers with Starfield is going to be on another level that is just going to be a different experience. But yeah, there are some similarities to No Man's Sky. There's no way to get around that. I mean, it clearly does have like the same type of, like gameplay elements and stuff, but dude, No Man's Sky looks like a freaking cartoon, man. Starfield looks a lot better than that. The arm in the Starfield has 16x the detail. It just works, lol. Oh, yeah, there's fanboys everywhere out today. 48x the mechanics. Oh yeah, dude, 48x the fidelity for the Forza. Like, it just proves that PlayStation fanboys are the most gullible people on the planet. They're like, yeah, man, look at this game, and it's like this small little game, this tiny little game. Okay, like here, let me tell you this. Let me tell you what I envisioned when they told me that Horizon Forbidden West was going to be. I was expecting like this epic adventure, like making my way to the Forbidden West, finding things along the way to help me to do things. But it's like, man, it's just so small, and there's just nothing to there's nothing to do, and it's just filled with a bunch of useless freaking side quests that are like, dude, these aren't even that fun. What's up, Onyx? Sev, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Let them playing frog. They're scared to show other. Yeah, dude. I mean, like you could fit every single like this is the way I feel. You could fit every single world that PlayStation has created, the whole last generation and all of PS5 on just one planet in Starfield. You could literally put them all in and probably still have room to go. Like still have room to go on just one planet in that game. I don't think the PlayStation fanboys understand that like dude, we don't necessarily like when we hear the name Bethesda, we're not thinking, oh yeah, dude, I want like PlayStation quality graphics in an open space adventure. Like we're not thinking that. Like that's the last thing we're thinking. We know that Bethesda visuals are going to be Bethesda visuals. When you ask me how I feel about Starfield, I look at Starfield and I look at a game like, you know, Elder Scrolls Online or Fallout 4 and I look at those visuals and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely next gen Bethesda tech. Like it does look next gen Bethesda tech. Hell Hydra, they hating because they ain't getting it. Yeah. You really think Bethesda is still a good? Yes, I do. I definitely feel Bethesda's a good dev, man. Why wouldn't I, bro? Just because they're an Xbox studio and like PlayStation fanboys can't get it no more. Like, yeah, dude. Elder Scrolls Online is trash. It's not trash, dude. I still play that game. I don't understand where you guys get this trash. Like, see, you guys got such a warped. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. You guys have such a warped perception on what good games are now that it doesn't even make sense. You guys are like, oh, but it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, dude. PlayStation games look better than any other games on the planet, except for Call of Duty. They look amazing. But I mean, that's about it. They got the same average gameplay as every other game out there on the market. They got smaller open worlds than any other open world game out there on the market. Like what more do you want, man? Like they do. They have like really highly crafted stories that pretty much are really good for one and done, man, because they take so long to get through that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't understand why these PlayStation fanboys need to hate on Xbox so much. If you guys are okay with what PlayStation delivers you, go do that, man. Me personally, I'm just not as impressed with PlayStation first party games as I used to be. Now that I've broken that freaking now that I've gotten out from under that like that what's it called? Now that I'm not gosh dang it, what's the word for that? PlayStation doesn't have that mind control over me anymore, man. Yeah, their games look great, but I need a little bit more substance that games that don't look as great 100% give me. I don't like, do you PlayStation fanboys, did you guys forget about Elden Ring? Like, did you guys literally forget about Elden Ring, bro? Like, Elden Ring comes out and it just puts it right on his back. Frolic finally got the Steam Deck. Can't wait to play Pentiment on it. He bought a Steam Deck just to play Pentiment. Pixel G, what's up, man? Xbox games, focus on gameplay. Okay, PlayStation fanboys, whatever PlayStation fanboys are in here right now, can you tell me exactly what games you're getting in the next year? Can you tell me what games you're getting in the next year and how many checkerbirds will be in there making Fuzz K? Can you tell me? I mean, like when Sarah Bond came out, bro, and she was like, we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to show you games and gameplay for games that you're going to have within the next 12 months. I was like, that kind of threw me off a little bit, but I didn't really pay attention to it during the show. Like, I don't think any of us paid attention to what she was saying. All of the games they showed yesterday are games that we are going to have in the next 12 months. So now you can go back and watch that thing and you can decide like, hey man, should I buy another year of Game Pass Ultimate? Is there enough in there to justify my purchase of Game Pass Ultimate for a whole year? If they do that every year, if they come out every summer and they're like, hey guys, this is what we're going to have for the next 12 months, that would be so much freaking better. I mean, that I personally think that's like, yeah, dude, cool. Now you can know exactly what you're going to get because let's face it, there was a lot of games. There's a lot of diversity in those games. There's a ton of diversity in those games, and there are games that are not going to be for everyone. So it does kind of make sense to know that, like, hey man, some months you're gonna have a bum month, and that's cool of Xbox to come out and like put that all on the table and be like, look, this is what you're getting for 12 months. I went through that PlayStation Plus Premium. Okay, I was gonna sign up for it today, but for some reason it wants me to pay a whole $120 to upgrade. So I'm gonna let my thing run out, and then I'll pay for it for 1 month and see what the quality is like. But from what I saw that's in there, dude, I'm not gonna, like, you literally have to pay $18 just to play PlayStation 2 games. Let that sink in for a minute. And PlayStation 1 games. You have to pay $18 to play them old games, man. For why does it cost $18 to play old games, man? You can get all the new stuff with just the $15 tier. You can get Returnal with just the $15 tier. You can get Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut with just with just the $15 tier. So I don't understand why it costs $18 to play old games, man. Old games. And see, here's the thing, man. what was you saying right there, Onyx, about the PC or whatever? Here's the thing, bro. When I buy my copy of Starfield on the Xbox, I get a free PC copy. So if it doesn't do what I needed to do on the Xbox, I could throw it on my PC and I could just play it beautifully. It's pretty cool, man. I don't have to pay for it again, man. I got a whole 2 copies of that game for the one price, man. Gears 5 is optimized. Yeah, Starfield has them. Has them in the, yeah, dude. Yeah, I was 1,000 planets. Dude, 1,000 planets. Think about this for a second. If they look as good as the planets that they were showing us, man, like, that is a good thing. I played No Man's Sky, and I've seen a lot of those planets, and I'm like, wow, dude, the way that the ones in Starfield look, that's intriguing to me. And dude, I'm an open world guy, dude. I love to go and do that. Final Fantasy 14 World Reborn killed ESO. Maybe on the PlayStation it did, Jeremy. It's still pretty good on the Xbox. Yeah, maybe that's why PlayStation or Xbox or that's probably one of the reasons that Bethesda went with Xbox, bro. I mean, they money hatted Final Fantasy 14 and probably put a pretty sizable dent in ESO Online. So they're just like, yeah, dude, we're not making any sales over there anyway, so let's just go ahead and go over to Xbox, bro. I mean, I can get it. So they're all so delusional, man. I don't get it. Final Fantasy 14 is a solid experience, and it is pretty dang big on the PlayStation platform. But now Elder Scrolls Online has the PC and the other market, man. So yeah, I mean, how are you? Are you playing that game, Jeremy, or you just not even care, bro? You just throwing off stuff to try to make your plastic box look better? I mean, you can say whatever. You can literally say everything you want, Jeremy. One of my favorite, my favorite freaking genre of game is racing, and guess what? Forza Motorsport completely destroyed Gran Turismo 7. Completely destroyed it. And I got a wheel set up on my Xbox, so yeah, that's pretty terrible. I thought the showcase was good. I never had any interest in Diablo until now. Diablo is a freaking solid game, Berg. Diablo was okay. So Diablo 3 was kind of like, see, I liked games like Baldur's Gate and all of those. So like Diablo was kind of a natural fit when it came from when 3 came out on the games. And I kind of just felt the graphics on that looked a little bit too cartoony, and I wanted something a little more realistic. That's why Diablo 2 for me is a lot better. Salty. He can't damage control this. Thanks, Berg. Let me go down here a little bit. You guys delusional. Yeah. Dude, I don't know why they have to be so Resident Evil 4. Yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake is freaking incredible, guys. Okay, so anybody that's curious, I'm gonna come down here a little bit. Anybody that's curious about how I turned on the high frame rate mode on the Series S on Resident Evil 3. Now it does feel incredibly smooth, and the frame counter on my monitor is not doing the normal thing that it would be doing if it was doing like the like doubling the frame rate. It's actually going up and down like individual numbers, and it's staying right around 100 frames a second up to 120. But it's not just going like from like like it normally does with that. It's like individual counting, like up and down frames. So I'm wondering if that one there actually does have 120 FPS mode. Because if it does, that's doing pretty good on the Series S. It does take a hit in visuals. The visual quality does go down, but not that much on a 1440p monitor. And it looks incredible. Like it looks incredible with Dolby Vision. Like Dolby Vision on Resident Evil 2, man. Whoo, boy, my gosh, man, that looks so freaking good. It's not even funny, man. Like they knocked it right out of the park. Oh man, did Jeremy get himself in trouble? I don't play racing games, so I want. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. You guys all have selective games that you play, Jeremy. So it doesn't even. I don't understand why you guys come and nitpick about Xbox, bro. It's like if you're not going to play everything and look at everything across the board, then how can you say PlayStation's better, bro? When they're clearly falling behind on dude. Gran Turismo was their biggest franchise, their literal biggest franchise, and what I seen on Forza. That makes me question, like, wow, dude, PlayStation really does think its fans are stupid, man. They really do think we're stupid because they keep selling us PlayStation 4 games, and we're like, dude, these are the best games ever, man. It's like, no, man. You guys tell Xbox to demand better all the time. And like Xbox just told you guys, man, like, look, dude, this is what we got for the next 12 months for Game Pass. This is what's coming to Game Pass. And then you look at that list and you're like, oh boy, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of them games I don't want to play. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and not have Game Pass for a few months out of that year, bro. I will admit the thousands of planets talk is pretty lame to me. Just make me a good first-person RPG for once, please. It's been so long. I don't know if 1,000 planets is overkill. I mean, it might be overkill, to be completely honest with you, but it does sound like something that if they can back that game up with the story, Walter, if they can back it up with the story, and I'm in the same boat you are. I mean, like I am. I'm really intrigued and really interested in Starfield, and I'm more hyped now than I ever was before. But at the same time, if it's just a bunch of empty planets and there's no dialogue or real reason to go to some of these planets, then that's going to be frustrating. Like I want to be able to know that. I hope they support it with content long term. I hope they do. I kind of wish it was going to be an MMO, to tell you the truth, like a single player RPG or MMO or something. Like I would be okay with that, or at least AI controlling the NPCs, man. Xbox is going to buy him after the acquisition. He should just save base and step down on his own accord while he can. Spent 300 and was like, what the fuck? What'd you spend 300 on? There's only a couple games I've spent that much money on, dude. Like I spend a lot of money on Black Desert Online, at MMO, and Elder Scrolls Online, bro. I spent so much freaking money on that game. It's like not even funny. I probably spent like $500 on each of them. Resident Evil upgrade is free. Sony ripping people off. I know, man, dude. Gosh, all three of them games got free upgrades with ray tracing and 120 hertz modes. And oh my gosh. I mean, the ray tracing on 3 looks pretty good because I'm at the end of the game in the lab right now, and there's a lot of reflective surfaces in there. But I mean, even in like Resident Evil 2, like I was looking at it really close, and I'm like, wow, dude, this actually looks good. You could see like reflections on the tile. It's night and freaking day from what it used to look like. I don't know how the Fallout 3 was so bad. No Man's Sky has 18 quintillion planets. They're like trees and rocks or hills and other. Yeah, I like the more realistic look of Starfield, though. I like the more realistic look. I like No Man's Sky, I do, but it just doesn't give me that visual that closer to realism visuals that I want, where Starfield does appear that it's going to deliver something closer to that. So that is what I'm most excited about. Well, I mean, that's your That's your opinion, Jeremy. People say the planets are barren. Yeah, God Howard told us himself. Some of the planets are barren. You guys not listening? I know. We have to go to Mars before Elon Frog. Oh, I know. I think we might actually be able to get there if this game comes out. You got everybody coming out saying like, "Oh, it's going to get delayed again." Like I watched a few people today. I watched a few of their little responses to it and everything, and I'm like, dude, these guys are a lot of these guys are just in it for the clicks, man. I mean, clearly they just want the clicks, man. They're on the click train, and I mean, saying that the Xbox show sucks is going to get you more clicks than saying it was great. You know what I mean? It just is what it is, man. I heard the high frame rate mode isn't working on Xbox for RE2 and 3. It was working for me on 3 on the Series S. Like it feels incredibly smooth, but I did not try it on here because I had my capture card hooked up to it, Big Marv, so I can't really check that. But I will check it. I did pull it off and check the Dolby Vision. That was more important for me to look at was the Dolby Vision than the high frame rate mode, because I don't necessarily need 120 frames a second to play Resident Evil, man. I'd rather have, what it looked like with a VRR and everything. I mean, at least they'll let modding happen, so that'll even be better, man. That'll be cool. And if they let it come to console, that'd be great too. Let the community help with that game. The community makes those games better. I don't see how that's a bad thing. I mean, we waited. Hey, Shaq Fu, how long did we wait? How long did we wait for Horizon Forbidden West to be fixed? I am done with the negativity. This isn't negative. This is me saying like, hey man, I think PlayStation thinks we're stupid, bro. Like I do feel that way. I feel like PlayStation is nickel and diming us, man, and taking advantage of us and like just straight lying to us, man, telling us, oh yeah, we believe in generations and we're gonna get you these freaking PlayStation 5 games. And then I look at these games that are coming from, Bethesda and like Turn 10, and I'm like, dude, all Polyphony has to do is make racing games. All Turn 10 has to do is make racing games. You're trying to tell me that that PlayStation's biggest exclusive they've ever had, the Gran Turismo series, can't get the love to look like what they're doing with Forza Horizon, bro? I meant with Forza Motorsport. I didn't mean this to be negative. Like I'm not being super negative about it. I hope you guys know that. I'm really not being negative about it, but it does kind of feel like PlayStation is taking us for a freaking. I think the showcase will have anything worth watching for. I don't know. They might do like they might drop some of the updates on some of the other stuff, man. Like I don't know. They might. I don't know, man. I mean I won't be able to watch it because I'll be at work. But when I get home, I'll sit down and I'll watch it, and then I'll do like another video to it or something, and kind of go over it and give you my thoughts on it. But I don't know, man. As time goes on, I'm starting to understand, and I'm starting to really see exactly what Microsoft is doing, and they really are just trying to push Game Pass as hard as they can. I mean, Game Pass is the platform. It's no longer about the Xbox. It's about Game Pass, and I do feel that way. But I mean, you can't say that that we're not getting quality, because I mean, clearly, I love racing games, man. What I saw with Forza Motorsport is very exciting. I kind of wish that Microsoft would have owned a Diablo 4 sooner so they could block it from PlayStation for a year, like they've been blocking games for Xbox for a year. Yeah. I mean, what's the point? What's the point now? What's the point of Xbox blocking games from PlayStation at this point? Like, seriously, what's the point, man? I mean, it doesn't matter what Xbox does. They're damned if they do. They're damned if they don't, man. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, but they don't need to lie to us, Jeremy. They don't have to charge us $70 for PlayStation 4 games, bro. That's pretty cold, man. Art style and offer. I mean, I don't necessarily like the art style either, delusional grandeur, but I'll tell you what, dude, that is realistic 15th century art, bro. That's how they drew back then, man. That is the art style from the day. I mean, it is in line and it's historically accurate. So, I mean, that is kind of cool. I mean, you gotta. I mean, I can see and I can appreciate it for what it is, but it doesn't look like it would be something that I would. First of all, it's in the Renaissance, and I'm not really too big on the Renaissance. I don't necessarily care much about the Renaissance period. I'm more into like medieval and the classical periods and stuff. Even MBG had a bit after the Last of Us reveal, but then the next video he walked it back and was on the copium again. Oh, I know. Hey, at least I can say I was on the copium through the whole show, and I'm still on the copium now, man. I love it. I love it. It's so good. They will be showing more Forza Motorsport content tomorrow. They will be showing more on the 16th, I believe. So I don't know if they're going to show us like any more in-depth stuff. They'll probably just show us the same stuff they already showed us. It would be nice to. I personally want to see what Nordschleife looks like. I want to see what Nordschleife looks like. They said they rebuilt every track from the ground up. So, dude, if that right there already tells me that at least they care enough. I mean, like Gran Turismo, they just threw a whole bunch of them little freaking billboard trees in there, and they're like, oh well, let's just send it to them. Just send it. It's going good, Fatal Shred. How you doing, man? I hated the show, the low bit rate made even Diablo 4. Then I watched it in 4K and suddenly, yeah. See, guys, I mean, after I watched it again in 4K too, I was like, whoa, dude, this is even better than I thought it was. Because, I mean, I was watching it on my 1440p monitor and it was looking all right for the most part. But, man, looking at that thing again in 4K was like, oh, boy, I just upgraded to PS Premium. The value is unbelievable. Okay, so do you so you don't buy a lot of your games day one, do you? I do believe that PS Plus Premium would deliver a value if you're not somebody that buys games all the time right when they come out. If like just like Xbox Game Pass, I've been saying that PS Plus would probably more than likely deliver a value. And it seems like they're going to be dropping games day and date in there. They're just not going to drop any of their games day and date. They'll wait until they can't sell them anymore, and then they'll drop them. Sorry, my Peniment looked like a fetus designed to deal in paint. You and I, and many more paid for it, so who's really at fault? I am. I'm at fault, bro. I bought the PlayStation 5. I bought right into the lies and deceit and I don't know. I know that PlayStation 5 is going to deliver some pretty cool experiences, so I'm not too mad about it. Like, I mean, it is a freaking pretty stout console, man. Like it is. Like it's got plenty of stuff. I mean, if anything, it's got dude, the capture ability of the PlayStation 5 is completely insane, dude. Like you can do 4K 30 for 30 minutes, or you can do 1080p at 1080p at 60 frames a second, just like my capture card for like an hour and a half, bro. Like you can literally like record footage and then edit it and put it all together and then ship it to YouTube right from your PlayStation 5, which is, dude, my capture card alone cost me $200. So yeah, the PlayStation 5 is definitely worth the $500. Like I've never questioned that. Like it is 100% worth that. Software wise though, I'm not saying the PlayStation games are bad because I enjoy them, but I'm just like, gosh dang, man, I just want PlayStation to do, maybe I don't want PlayStation to do anything different. Maybe that's the whole reason why I bought the PlayStation 5 was just 100% for those movie game, those high quality visuals and stuff. Maybe that'll be fine. Maybe that will just be the way it is for this generation for me. Like, I know I complain a lot about it, but I am going to try to take this channel away from the negativity. Like I do. I don't want to be, because I'm sure shit not going to jump on there and follow every bandwagon and be out there and be like, gosh, the Xbox showcase sucked, man. I'm not going to be doing that because it didn't suck. Like it was pretty good. Like it was really informative. I learned a lot from that show yesterday. Like I learned that what I'm going to be playing for the next 12 months. Good side quests are key for. Oh, yes, they are. They're definitely. Still to this day, I think the Witcher 3 side quests and stuff for me are still like really good. I really appreciate doing that kind of stuff. I think you're doing fine, bro. Keep up the bids, ignore the hate, fanboys and gamers. Hey, why, she? I'm out. I'll watch the video tomorrow. See you. Where are you going? You can't leave us like that, Onyx. Get back here. No, I'm just joking. Have fun, man. Get some rest. One game. What did code you say? One game at a time for me though. See, I'm a multi-talented gamer. I can usually tell pretty quickly on a game if it's something that I'm gonna want. If it's something I'm gonna want to play right now, or if it's something that I'm gonna want to come back to when I got time. Or if a game comes out and it's like take Arma Reforger. This game just came out. It's still buggy. It still doesn't run that great. I have to have my VRR on and everything to even play it, so I can't make content with it. So I've just kind of put it on the back burner until it gets better optimized for the Xbox. It got an update the other day, so I tried that out, and it's still a little bit wonky. So I'm kind of just waiting until they get that. So because I want to be able to sit back and really get into that game. Starting to get very annoyed by it. Oh yeah. Witcher 3 had elite dialogue. Yes, it did, man. The Witcher 3, dude, that's one of my most anticipated games for the end of the year, bro. I want to play Callisto Protocol. I'm thinking about live streaming that one and just having some fun with that, just like cranking the difficulty up and like trying to see how far we can get. Because that thing looks freaking creepy. As soon as you get rid of the filthy PS Dino scum from the channel, we can all be kumbaya. Nuh-uh, man. I seen the Xbox fanboys freaking out the other day at the show. This isn't the best show, man. And I'm like, come on, guys. Come on, relax. You know that Xbox is trying to sell Xbox Series S's. They got to make kid games, bro. Like they have to. They have to do that. How are they going to compete with Nintendo without any kid games, bro? You guys drive me nuts sometimes, man. I get it. Like, I mean, clearly I've got like my little issues with PlayStation, you know, my daddy issues with PlayStation, but like I get it, man. Like Xbox is investing tons of money in this system, man. If a newcomer like me can come to it and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is great," I don't understand. Like, I mean, like you could say that the same for me on the PlayStation, but I mean, it's like, dude, I buy all those games still, man. I buy them all and I still play them all. And it's like the more I play them, the more I'm just like, oh man, I just want something different. And then I got my Xbox and I'm like, oh, something different. And then like I play something different. So I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm having good on both of them. I'm having fun on both of them. PlayStation is losing more exclusives to the PC than they are putting out. I know, my exclusives, please just bring back my exclusives. So is Xbox, if we are being fair. Nah, I don't think let's make it perfectly clear. I don't think, I mean, I'm pretty sure PlayStation's gonna run away with this year. Like they're gonna run away with it. If they launch God of War this year, I mean, even if they don't launch God of War, dude, they still dropped Gran Turismo. They still dropped freaking Horizon Forbidden West. They're still gonna drop Forspoken. They still dropped Ghostwire Tokyo. They still dropped Sifu. They still dropped more than enough content to run away with this year. But that freaking update for Forza Horizon 5 looks freaking amazing. The content that we're getting for Flight Simulator, we just got content for Halo. Like we are getting stuff where, I mean, Xbox is, I mean, like they're dropping Elder Scrolls Online for Elder Scrolls. So it really, to the point, I mean, to a point, like if you want to look at it just in terms of like solid games that PlayStation's launched. I mean, they launched the Uncharted, Legacy of Thieves, thing or whatever, that upgrade and everything. They'll have The Last of Us out in September. I mean, if they drop God of War, like, yeah, dude, PlayStation runs away with this year. Like what can we really say about that? Are we just going to sit here and try to be like, oh no, man, Xbox is the winner? Did Xbox 100% fulfill Game Pass this year? Yeah, they did. They 100% stocked Game Pass, which is their number one priority. They've more than delivered on the Game Pass experience for a lot of gamers. They have delivered that. So if you want to say, as for exclusives, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, it definitely is a PlayStation year, guys. Like, it is. It really is. It really is a PlayStation year, and I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny PlayStation their win. I mean, like, yeah, they're doing an amazing job putting out content. They are doing really good. They are doing really good. Xbox does need to step up their first party delivery. Yeah, they do. They do need to step it up. I mean, I can't just be like, oh yeah, dude, like Xbox Game Pass, because it's like, me as a gamer personally, I buy my games. I don't really care that much, if I literally use Game Pass for indies. And I mean, some months I don't even use it. Like, I'll go like 2 months without downloading anything on Game Pass or playing anything on Game Pass. And and it's just because I buy so many other games, and I've got so much other stuff to cover. But if I didn't have this channel, I probably would play more stuff on Game Pass, to be completely honest with you. But I kind of feel like either the developer needs to give me code so I can review it for them, or I need to buy that code to review the game. I just feel like that's a little bit more fair. Like, I'm not going to start a freaking YouTube channel and just mooch off Game Pass to run that channel. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, anybody can buy an Xbox, buy Game Pass, and buy a freaking webcam and review video games on Game Pass. Dude, anybody can do that. Maybe we are stupid. I don't know. Just saying to redirect a stupid question. Oh, dang. I just think PlayStation thinks we're kind of dumb, guys. I do. I think I think they think we're kind of dumb, and we are kind of falling for it, man. It's not about a war. It's frustrating as a PC gamer who buys a console for these banger exclusive games. I don't know, man. I'm trying to decide. See, like, I was feeling this way before I even started this channel, guys. Like, that's why it kind of feels like I'm a little unfair to PlayStation, because I've been feeling this way. And it's not just PlayStation or AAA games. It's literally all of them, man. Like, these AAA games, these AAA bangers, I'm starting to feel like, wow, dude. Because I mean, like, a game like Death Stranding, I freaking love that game. It was incredible. I love Death Stranding. Witcher 3, that was a AAA game. I don't know. I mean, could you really can you really say Witcher 3? Yeah, it was a AAA. It's a AAA. No problem. I mean, like, when I first bought The Witcher 3, I kind of thought it was like a AA game, bro. Because I'd never played like Witcher 1 or Witcher 2, so I kind of thought it was like a AA game, and it really did take me a few hours to actually get to the point where I was like, oh yeah, this game's pretty good. Actually, I'll be completely honest with you. Not even my first playthrough. When I played through it that first time, I was like, oh my gosh, by the time I was done, I was just like, oh gosh, I'm done. And then I went back and I played through it again, because I bought it on PlayStation 4 first, and then I bought it again on Xbox. And then I played through it again on Xbox. And that's when it like really hit me. I was like, wow, man, this game is freaking magnificent. Like, I played through that whole game, and then I played through it again, and I'm like, wow, dude, it was like so different the second playthrough. And I was like, and I was like way better at being a Witcher and everything else. Yeah, see, that's my insaneness, man. I literally thought it was a AA game, because I'd never really heard of The Witcher before The Witcher 3. And it was medieval. Like, the medieval part is what sold me on that game, bro. I was like, oh yep, medieval RPG. Yep, gotta have it. So I bought it, and then I played through it, and it, like, yeah, dude. But after, like, now, The Witcher, dude. Oh my gosh, man, I freaking love The Witcher. Like it's insane. I love it. It's cool to play all them classic games on an old system. Witcher 3 almost holds up still. It does. It does hold up pretty dang good, man. Witcher holds up pretty dang good. Watch the horse. Excuses defending the ponies. Excuses defending Ragnarok's delay after the bashing they did with Starfield's delay. Oh, I mean, you can't rush greatness, bro. You just can't rush greatness. I mean, okay. Digital Foundry, they put out their new analysis on Horizon Forbidden West, and John Linneman's all like, "Oh yeah, man, we just got to we got to give Sony props for coming back and fixing that." And I'm like, really, dude, really? Like okay. I mean, the game shouldn't have been terrible in the first. Like it shouldn't have been. Oh, and I called it in that video that I put out. I could see, bro, that like they had like peeled back some of the quality from the 4K mode. They had like peeled that back. And like John Linneman, he noticed it too, man. He's like, yeah, dude, it looks like they've stripped out some shit on the 4K 30 mode. And I'm like, I noticed that stuff. I was like, man, this just doesn't look. It just doesn't look. It doesn't look as good as it used to when you're standing still. And I was like, and I could tell that like stripped back some of the they stripped back some of the texture, they pulled back some of the freaking draw distance, they pulled back some of like a few things. I mean, like very subtle but noticeable, very very noticeable. And I was like, man, dude, and I did say that in the video that I made way before they made the Digital Foundry video. So you can't say that I'm just all of a sudden saying like I notice it. The builds you and do are really cool. We will see what happens this gen. I think PS is making a comeback where they started kind of weak. They are definitely making a comeback. They are. I mean, that Last of Us is going to do really good for them. It's going to do good for them. Don't get me wrong, man. PlayStation's not down and out. They're not just sitting on their laurels, dude. They're not just sitting back and letting Xbox walk all over them. Like they're doing some good stuff. And that PlayStation Premium is going to do them some favors too, man, because there are a lot of people out there that are not buying these games. And if they don't buy these games, if they don't sell them, they'll throw them in there. Did you see what's on PS Plus Premium? Yeah, you can get a whole bunch of PlayStation 1 and 2 games and some demos and stuff like that on the premium tier, but you get everything else in the extra, so it doesn't really matter. Like if you want to play old games, get the premium. If not, then just get extra. I think you'd probably be fine with extra. You'll be able to play a lot of PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 games. And you'll still get access to that Stray game when it comes out. Like you'll have a pretty decent experience with just extra. I don't know. I think that if you wanted to try the PlayStation Premium, like the streaming the games and stuff like that, I don't know if you'd want to stream that though. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna as soon as my PlayStation Plus runs out, I'm gonna buy 1 month of PS Premium or PlayStation Premium, and I'm gonna check it out. It's just they want me to pay $119 for it to upgrade it for a whole year, and I'm not doing that. I'm not buying a whole year of freaking PlayStation Premium, dude. Does Resident Evil Director's Cut come with extra? That was a nice surprise. No, the new Resident Evil, the Resident Evil Village, I don't know if they're going to charge us for that DLC or if it's just included. Premium a waste right now. I think it is kind of a waste. Extra is probably the best bet. I think extra, if you're gonna buy anything, if you're gonna sign up for it, sign up for extra right now. Hey Frog, I gave Horizon Forbidden West a lot of crap, but it is now the best game of all time. Is there a fair argument that it is? Okay, let me give you my updated thoughts on it, Joints and Jams, because now that game is fixed, I have been an extremely hard critic on Horizon Forbidden West. I was a really bad critic on it. I was making videos all the time about it. Me and Gaming Tech, we were both making videos about Horizon Forbidden West a lot. We were, and I was a pretty harsh critic on it. But now that it is fixed, I am going to play through I am going to start a new playthrough on it now that it's fixed, and I am going to reevaluate how I feel about the game, because now that I can play it at 60 frames a second, it should change that experience, and I want to see how it changes the experience. So I am gonna sit down here in a few days and probably get back to that and see if I can and see if it changes the way I feel about it. I already gave the game a 90 in my review. Like, I thought it was good enough to get a 90. So do I think I'm going to change my score? I don't think I'm going to change my score, because the gameplay is the gameplay. It's pretty much going to be the same, but it's probably going to feel a lot different at 60 frames a second than it did at 20. I still believe that Horizon Forbidden West is definitely worth a playthrough, and now that it is fixed, I definitely believe it's more worth a playthrough for sure. Okay. Gaming has been pretty weak overall since 2020. Sony will release your bangers if they made a Bloodborne 2 already. Yeah. Jeremy Russell. I'll wait to see what PS1 classics they add with better FPS. See, I don't think they're getting a lot of that good stuff, man. Like, see, I just feel like Xbox is more superior when it came to backward compatibility, stuff like that. PlayStation, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, there are some games that I saw in there, like Ark the Lad. I was like, dude, I want to see that again. I want to play that. So that's probably one of the games that I'm going to start with when I actually am able to upgrade to that premium for a month. I don't want to pay $119 for a whole year. Not yet. I want to make sure that it's something that I'm going to be able to take advantage of and play. Because if they're going to keep adding like a lot of PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 games, like something like Ark the Lad, that could be fun to play again. Whoa, what's up, Dave D? How you doing, man? Oh boy. No, they're not going to let Xbox walk away, but Xbox has a much better chance this generation. Oh yeah, they're not going to be able to stop Xbox this generation, dude, for sure. I mean, there's so many people out there that automatically they automatically just think that Xbox is like just not doing anything. I don't know, man. They criticize every little thing Xbox does, and I'm like, come on, man, come on, guys, be fair. If you're going to criticize Xbox for everything, criticize PlayStation for everything too, man. At least be fair. I mean, PlayStation State of Play came out and showed you a whole bunch of third-party games. Xbox came out and they showed you a lot of first-party games and a lot of third-party games, man. I hear the PlayStation no longer has exclusives. I guess PS got no games. Yeah, exactly. They really don't, man. They're losing Spider-Man. They're losing The Last of Us. And they're losing Uncharted. Wait, they really don't have any more exclusives, do they? Oh, wait, Gran Turismo. As soon as Gran Turismo goes. Despite how highly they praised. Yeah, that's true. Update Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve looked like it was a pretty decent game. Does look generic, but it does look like it would be pretty fun. I would play it. If it's got a good story, it would keep me engaged. But if it doesn't have a good story, then I might losing a Kojima game, losing Persona. Yeah. Any crack anywhere? No. Just kidding. Sometimes I go too far. No, I'm just joking. Sorry about that comment. Kind of dude, I made that same comment in the very beginning of this show, dude. 1,000 planets. Lots of salt. 1,000 planets. Why, she? We're going to explore 1,000 planets. Oh man! So, what do you guys think about the Capcom show, man? Is everybody excited about that third person cam for Resident Evil Village? I am pretty excited about that. Third person over the camera, over the shoulder camera. Very happy. Even though they say new Kojima game, there's no part of me that still thinks Silent Hill remake will come to Xbox. Yeah. 16x the planets. What is this 16X supposed to stand for, guys? Like I'm out of the loop on that. I don't. Is that like a saying from Todd Howard, like 16X or something? Is that like something that he said somewhere else? Because okay, I'm missing something. Yeah, dude, I'm not understanding the 16 times the Todd Howard meme. Yeah, I don't understand it though. Like, what's the 16 times start from? I don't know, man. I'm out of the loop on that one. Sean Williams, how you doing, man? I thought the Xbox showcase was okay. Just way too many indies, not enough. First party games, and Starfield definitely looks like it needs more time. I don't necessarily think Starfield needs more time. I think it needs to just get into my hands because let the modders do whatever they're going to do to it. I mean, I saw a little bit of what King Thrash was saying about it, and I was just like, oh man. 16 times the detail from ponies are edge of doing something bad. 16 times the detail from that showcase of Fallout 70. Oh, okay. Okay. I am Sean, I agree. I don't know. I do think that I think we'll find out if they're going to show any more tomorrow. They might show some more tomorrow. If they showed us some more tomorrow, would it make everybody happy? Like, yeah, guys, this is more games that you're not going to get for another 4 years, man. It's like, my gosh, dude. I mean, they showed us what we're getting for the next 6 or 12 months. I'm not going to lie. It would be kind of nice to get updates for all those games too. Like, trust me, I would like to see that. But if they're like over a year or two out, like, I don't really care. I mean, getting to see them now is just going to give us something to talk about on our freaking YouTube channels, man. It's just going to give us something to bludgeon PlayStation fanboys over the head with. And like, you're so, oh, why don't you know this? Being honest, I don't know either. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, I see. Oh, while they wait for Ragnarok, I know. We're waiting for Ragnarok, man. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's like a couple of days after freaking Horizon Forbidden West came out, they were already on to Ragnarok, bro. They didn't even digest that game before they were over to Ragnarok. And I'm like, come on, fellas. Come on, fellas. NYC. NYC. The Frog Father. It's just the yeah. I'm expecting Hellblade 2, Avowed, Fable, Indiana Jones, Perfect Dark tomorrow. Everything else is mid. Some poor misguided Xbox fanboy and PS fanboy souls. Oh gosh, man. That's so bad. Have you tried this Sharticus yet? No, I haven't. Not yet. I gotta wait for my PS Plus to run out. It's supposed to run out. Like I was supposed to renew it today, and I didn't renew it today. So hopefully, like tomorrow or the next day, I'll be able to sign up and get that PlayStation Premium because I'm only doing it for 1 month to see how that is. Wait, there's a show tomorrow? Yeah, there's a show tomorrow at like 10 or 11 o'clock. I'll be at work, so I won't be able to do anything about it. But when I get home, I'll watch it, and then I'll do I'll watch it, and I'll do like a whatchamacallit. I mean, I'll be able to watch a little bit of it lunch, but, you know, French Kiss a Pony. Hello, fellow gamers. What's up, Django? How you doing? Whew. I don't know, man. Sea of Thieves started out as an indie game, and now it's got 30 million players playing that game. So I don't know, man. New games coming out. Amazing Lucas. That looks mid. I know. Everybody says everything that Xbox does looks mid. Everything looks mid. I mean, clearly, you know, Starfield comes out and it's like the best looking Bethesda game that I've ever seen, and they're like, that looks mid. It's unfinished. It's trash. And I'm like, dude, that's like next gen Bethesda, bro. I mean, that looks good. That's better than I expected, to be completely honest with you. After seeing that in 4K, I was like, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The 30 FPS for that game really doesn't make me too happy, but it's a good thing I get a PC copy too, man. Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 3 days, Game Pass. We're gonna play that. It's definitely when I'm downloading on Game Pass. Seriously, Andrew, you made the same comment in the beginning. That's funny, man. What comment? Yeah, it is true. Like that Bethesda game really does look like next gen Bethesda, bro. The amazing dude. Never in my life I wanted to tie somebody down in the desert. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh, I know, man. There's so much negativity on YouTube, bro. I don't know. It doesn't matter what Xbox does; they're always bad. I mean, I was a pretty staunch PlayStation fanboy, and Xbox won me. So I don't know what to tell you, man. Xbox is doing something just right, man. I feel like I'm getting more money, more value for my money on Xbox, bro. Wow. By the way, who is Todd Howard? You'll have to excuse me. Todd Howard is the creator of Bethesda. Like he's the Bethesda dude, man. He's the creative mind behind Starfield and like Fallout, and I think he's Elder Scrolls. Uh, Also, it's not far fetched to say if your competition shows us something, I expect you to answer back. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, sounds a little bit fair. I stacked PS Plus ages ago. Still 2026, and 6 months ago I subbed to PS Now, 12 months. As it was half off, I believe when the change happens in my country, I should have PS Plus premium till 2026. You'll have to pay for the premium, 4K. You'll have to pay for it all up front, dude. However many years you got stacked, they're gonna bill you all up front. That's I mean, clearly that's what they're doing. They just tried to bill me $119. They wouldn't let me just upgrade it for a month. Xbox could announce Half-Life 3 and GTA 6 and ponies would still hate it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It doesn't even matter what, oh man, GTA 6 is trash, man. Or Half-Life, yeah, that game's trash now, man. It's not even the original guys that made it. And that's what I worry about, dude. Like Xbox should not buy Rockstar Games, bro, because the creative guys, the ones that did all the writing and stuff for Grand Theft Auto, they're not there anymore, man. They're not there anymore. I have no faith that the next freaking Grand Theft Auto is going to be good. PS Xenos. The Master Chief. Well, I must get to know who Todd Howard is. Yeah, he's royalty. Todd Howard is royalty. He's a he prints money for Microsoft now. Oh, I see. Oh, that dude. Yeah. Can find a kid to grandeur, bring Jesus back, and party with sugar. Our games are better. Oh, I know. I won't be surprised at all if it goes woke. I'm fully 100% expecting a female lead with stupid lines that stupid with the most cringe freaking with the most cringe freaking dialogue, bro. Like I 100% expect that out of GTA 6. I do. I expect it. I feel it's coming. The game will be bathed in pink and everything else, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this is GTA. Why is it looking like Saints Row, man? Tammy Versetti. I could definitely 100% see it. She'll run around talking about, I'm a power female and I don't need you to hold doors for me and stuff and making them stupid comments. And I'm just like, my gosh, dude, nobody cares about that. I got an idea. Why don't you write the dialogue? Why don't these developers, instead of like throwing these cheesy, stupid comments at us, why don't they actually write the dialogue the way that they think it should be, so we could see, if like how it's supposed to be. Imagine like how should a man treat a female in the real world? Like how should it be? How should the dialogue go? You know what I mean? Like if they're equals or in equality and blah 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 and everything else, how should it be? You know what I mean? Like instead of writing these stupid freaking lines to try to sound cocky or whatever, because that's all it sounds like to me. It just sounds ignorant. It just sounds super ignorant. It's not entertaining. It's not funny. It's not. It's not good. It's not. It's just cringe, man. All right, I'll give you that. Nothing yet official, but Roy Frago, good to see you. Hey, you as well, Game Punisher. How you doing, man? I do. I think that these developers are in Hollywood or whatever, if they want society to be a different way, show us the way, man. Show us the way. Instead of like trying to bludgeon us over the head with this ignorant, stupid, freaking cringe dialogue, bro. Like seriously, show us the way. Show us the way, almighty knowing. Gosh, that's just killing me. All right, next thing we know, a female shooting 50 cal rounds. Yeah, no, that's the old way the games would be. I just thought that the animations in Starfield were a little off. The gun sounds also sounds kind of weird too. That's stay more time because the Series X is a really powerful console. Yeah, McShawn, like, yeah, the Series X is a really powerful console. It is. So is the PlayStation 5. Don't get me wrong. They're both pretty powerful. I think they would do a whole hell of a lot better at a 1440p with maximum settings, though. I think 1440p is the sweet spot for both of these consoles. To be completely honest with you, going for 4K is really just it eats too much resources, man. When they can give you everything, your cake and eat it too at 1440p. You know what I mean? GTA and other games will undoubtedly go woke, and I will walk away from them. And yeah, dude, it's just it gets bad. Like that first couple of chapters of that game, man. Oh, the quarry. Yeah, man, it was kind of woke and stuff, man. So I was just like, oh gosh, I got to chapter 4 and I was like, man, I don't even want to play this anymore. It's a good thing I kept playing, man, because chapter 5 is where it got really good. Top Gun Maverick, very little wokeness and very good movie. Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like they don't need that. They can just write dialogue like they did in Maverick, man. Like they did in Maverick Top Gun. They can just write dialogue to where it's like to where it's good, man. To where it entertains you, to where it makes you feel good at the same time. Like, it's not taking a dig at what was before, but ushering in like a new way. Because yeah, dude, I think that, I mean, you have to have an example. You can't just go around being angry at the world and not put something there to replace it. You have to do, and Maverick did a very good job. Top Gun Maverick was an extremely good movie. Both woke and $70. There's only yeah, you're paying $70 for this political freaking garbage, man. Oh yeah, dude, for real. Well, see, it's less likely to happen with the Japanese culture because they know what we want. They know we want our waifu simulators. They're not taking those away anytime soon. They make them a lot of money. The skimpier the DLC outfits, the better. You know what I mean? They know them freaking little boys are gonna buy it. Mommy, can I have your credit card? What do you need, son? Oh, I just wanted to get another outfit for my waifu. What's a waifu? Oh, you wouldn't understand, Mom. It's nothing important. I just need more money. It's like $49.99 for this one. I wish we had a waifu simulator over at Xbox. Okay, I know. Gosh, dude, just go buy Code Vein, bro. You can waifu simulate that all the way to freaking. Oh, I see, Joe. I do. Yeah, I did. I was like, PlayStation games are like crack. Once you get a hit, man, you're just addicted, and then you're like chasing that freaking hit over and over and over again. And it's like, man, gosh, it's just not doing anything for me anymore. I'm already up to a $70 bag. I'm up to a $70 bag, and it's not doing anything. It's only giving me a 5-hour rush now, bro. Oh god, yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't think Japan's gonna jump in on the whole freaking crazed, freaking loony stuff, dude. Going woke and going broke, and gosh, I'll tell you what, man. Ask my wife. When we first got together, we used to go to the movies all the time, bro. We don't do that no more. we just don't do that no more. We don't go to the movies as often as we used to just because, man. It's like it's all dumb now. Oh, I see. Dad Will says I'm killing it. No, I'm just joking. I say. I'm just trying to rub these two nickels together to see what I can make, bro. Oh, that's Todd Howard. Get it. Code Vein, not enough. I know. Code Vein is not enough. I know it could be better, I guess. Don't we have Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, bro? Can you play Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball? Like some DOA? Some DOA, man? you know, you remember when like when Dead or Alive first came out and they're all like, oh yeah, the jiggle physics, bro. Oh gosh, the jiggle physics, man. That was the like, look at the Dreamcast, look at the jiggle physics on the Dreamcast, bro. And they're all like doing the freaking beach volleyball. They all made that beach volleyball game just to show off the freaking jiggle physics of the freaking games, dude. My gosh. I cannot wait until Starfield comes out and someone makes a mod that turns all NPC. I know. Spaceman. Gosh, dude. Woo, Frog YouTube. Oh, how's it going? Michael Milburn. I wouldn't expect to see a 6 till around 2024. I wouldn't expect to see it anytime this generation, to be completely honest with you. I just want to have hope that the game is going to be good. All right. You have a good night too, Joe. I'm probably going to be going to bed here in a minute too. I got to get up for work in the morning. I see. It's bedtime for my old self. Frog, you're missing out. You need to play Dead or Alive volleyball with the nude patch. Never knew. Oh my gosh, man. The modders will do anything, bro. Actually, on the PC, bro, I've seen games on there. I'm like, really, dude? They go like, oh man, there's some weird stuff on the PC, bro. There's some weird stuff on Steam, dude. I was like, wow, man. I've never seen this many adult only games. It was on Xbox, not Dreamcast. I thought they had it on Dreamcast too, didn't they? I'm pretty sure Dead Beach Volleyball, Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball Dreamcast.
According to Wikipedia, Dead or Alive Extreme 3 is a sports video game in the Dead or Alive series developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo as the second sequel to the beach volleyball spin-off titled Dead.
Oh my gosh, it was on the Xbox. DOA Beach Volleyball. The first one. Like, here's the first one. I thought this was on the Dreamcast too. Yeah, you're right, man. That was a freaking Xbox game, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was on Xbox, man. They were talking about the jiggle physics. I was like, wow. So you're telling me the Xbox started the jiggle physics too? Anybody remembers that? No, but I remember Triple X BMX. Those of us who listened before really do. Oh man, I'm playing MLB The Show. Nice. That game made me down bad. Oh man. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. I'm going to bed, dude. I'm going to bed. Frog, what'd you think of? Oh, dude, the RE4 remake. I'm way too hyped for it, man. I can't believe I have to wait till March to play it. That really sucks. But I've already got my $70 ready for that game. No, I'm just joking. I'll see you guys tomorrow or something, man. You guys have fun. I will. You guys have a good night, man. I appreciate you coming. There was a game called, oh damn, I can't remember the name. Where this dude would go around and you would have to try to take new pictures and party. I don't remember what that is. Don't let the checkerbirds bite. Yeah, you guys have fun, man. Good vibes, man. Good games. That's what we want. So you guys have fun, man. Thanks for coming. Oh my